Yo, what the fuck is going on, everybody? I am your host, Nick Bocklage, and we are getting into a BBM right now. We are doing a BBM. Let me send this out. While doing. Paste this real quick. Yeah, I said fuck the thumbnail. Just hit the like button. Good morning, my tortas. It's a beautiful day for a torta. Yeah, just got back from the gym. I was gonna do a BBM, just like saying fuck it, but I was like, let me just throw the live on. Doesn't hurt. Try to add some entertainment. All right, so we pulled the 1.8. Ooh, CMC goes. I would have liked CMC there. A couple options we could do. Nico or Puka from here. We're going Nico Collins. What I hit? I did. What I do? I did push day. So triceps, chest, head, a little shoulders, and then after that, I did a incline treadmill for like an hour. I've been cutting most of the year. I was around like 285 in January. Now I'm around 260. So down like 25 pounds this year, but trying to supercharge that. I want to get to like 215 by the end of this year. Trying to look like this dude named Bendos, fucking jackhammer. Turn the AC on. It is hot right now. I got the tunes playing in right now. I don't know if you guys probably can hear it, but I'm playing Spotify. Don't want to get banned. Oof. Tarek, AJ, Bowers. I love all three options here. Puka, looking back, could took Puka, had the week 17 thing, but we're gonna go a little Drake London action. Darnell Mooney hurt his shoulder. Might be out for a few weeks. But there's a little worry where I think his injury is similar to Marquise Brown of last year, where Marquise Brown missed like 3-4 months. I think Darnell Mooney's gonna be fine, but there is a slight chance that this injury is a little more serious. And if that's the case, Drake London was already projected to be like top 2 in targets for that, of all the receivers. So if Darnell Mooney wasn't miss any time, Drake London target share would be pretty high. Yo, what's up, best one call? I had to get some EV for myself. Yo, what's up, Dirty P? How you doing, man? Yeah, bro. Like incline treadmill and drafty season is honestly like they just go together. Because I just joined a draft and an hour goes by like nothing. I could do like 1-2 drafts. I'm feeling great. Yo, what's up, Bry? What's up, my boy? If you guys want to catch a stream, I did. I think it was yesterday. We did a quad box. Bry, aka Boner, first time appearing. It was a lot of fun. Did like 3 huskies. I walked circles through the neighborhood in a dog walk, Peak Fitness. I like taking my dog for a walk too, man. I appreciate that, King. I mean, you're not wrong about that. AJ Brown could have been a good pick there. Also, could have set up maybe Jalen Hurts, who I am trying to get I'm trying to get my Hurts up more. Trying to get these elite quarterbacks up. Yo, what up? What up, Miles? Welcome into the stream, baby. How you doing? Yo, what's up, DQ? How the boys feeling today? Are you guys getting to any drafts? We got the Husky live. The Chihuahua's feeling fast. I think it's around like 45, 50%. This is a BBM. It's my 80, I think my 89th BBM. So I'll have about 60 to do in August. So I checked my email earlier today. And I got hit with the infamous Underdog refunded a team because 2 days ago, or actually it was 2 nights ago, it was like 1 a.m. I'm up, doing a draft. Oh, what do you want to do here? With this, let's do yeah, Hampton just doesn't make it this far anymore. We're gonna go a little Lamar Jackson. What was it? Yeah, so 2 nights ago, it's like 1 a.m. I'm doing a draft. Sick draft. Like this draft was one of my favorite drafts. I got like Cedric Tillman, like 175. It was like an elite quarterback. Like I don't know. It was just one of those drafts where you do and you look at and you're like, damn, like I haven't drafted a team like that in a long time. But of course, one of the reasons why I got a draft like that was because some dumbass is like drafting players that's been out of the league for like 4 years in like the 7th round. So I knew it was gonna get canceled, but I was a little disappointed to see it. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Welcome in. I'm always doing these sauces, man. Yeah, I did 3 yesterday, bro. Is that my alarm? Oh yeah. Oh, also shout out JC Best Ball. Gonna be hopping on a live with him. Probably after this, in like an hour. They do love the Bach. Okay, let's I think we're in a polo walk here. Need a running back. Love Kenneth Walker this year. Could have took Rice, but I think Rice is still gonna fall a little bit. I like starting these 2 alpha receivers and get a lead quarterback. Walker as my anchor. There's a ton of receivers I like still that can fall in the 5th round to me. One thing, let me think about this. So a key pick here is 65 to me. You could wait to get an RB to fall to you at 65, but the ADP here is suggesting that none of them will make it. So I might just reach on an RB to come back at 65. Also could do the Zay Flowers thing as well. Yo, WTF Zero, welcome into the stream, buddy. What's up, Zero? Hey, my boy. So news that has come out: Isaiah Likely is going to miss a few weeks with, I believe it was a fracture. It doesn't seem too serious. Could miss week 1. There's a couple, fantasy doctors online suggesting that it could be a longer injury, though. It could be something where he misses 4 to 6 weeks, possibly 8 weeks or longer. Might, be slow coming back. So I do think you should bring up the Ravens pass catchers. Obviously, Mark Andrews you should feel a lot more comfortable drafting him where he's going. Zay Flowers, a little bump up. Maybe they don't do as much two tight end sets, which I'll be honest, I don't know who else their other tight end is. So look, I think Zay Flowers is a good picker, but with how I'm structuring my teams, the RBs are getting hit hard. So I think I'm gonna go James Conner. Double A buy, I don't care. The RBs are getting pushed up. I like Zay Flowers. I think he's a good pick. Obviously, it makes sense to stack up with Lamar, but at the same time, the RBs here are just better than the receivers. I'm gonna get a receiver I like similar to Zay Flowers in the next few rounds. At the same time, the RBs are gonna get gobbled up. James Conner's a great pick. He's older, he's 30, but if you feel comfortable drafting CMC in the first round, who's 29, who didn't play last year, if you feel comfortable drafting Derrick Henry in the early second, who's 31, you feel comfortable just drafting these older guys in general, I think you should feel comfortable drafting James Conner in the fifth or sixth round. He was one of the best RBs last year, very efficient, good offense, going to catch 40, 50 passes. Trey Benson isn't that good. There's quotes coming from the coach that James Conner is our workhorse. So the same bet for all the other RBs I go earlier. Obviously, they're different tiers. Barkley's a league winner. We're on the clock here. Olave. We'll take Olave. I don't feel great with Olave going with everything going on with the quarterback stuff. Like I think fucking Henner was a quarterback one potentially this week, but dude's talented. Like I'm not gonna take Jerry Judy over Olave. I don't want to take Myers over Olave. Diggs, Ricky, sure. I could pull up Matthew Golden, sure, but Chris Olave, talent's there. What was I saying? Yeah, no, James Conner is a great pick right now. I think James Conner, as long as he's healthy, is gonna smash. He was like number one, number two in like evaded tackles last year. But of course, the worry is that he could fall off the cliff. Maybe he gets hurt. Maybe there's just a huge drop in production and efficiency. But I don't know. He was really good last year. It's really interesting. The 5-6 RBs is like you have James Conner, Alvin Kamara, who's proven to be workhorses, very good fancy, but they're older, and when RBs drop off, they drop off hard, and it hurts. But at the same time, uh, they're proven players. But then you have Travion Harvey, two electric RBs, good draft capital. I think good situations for both. Could catch a lot of passes. Both have juice. You could look down the stretch from weeks, 10 to week 17. Either one could be an RB1 during that time. While Conner, is falling off or he's missing it. So I do like to mix in all those guys. Hola, Bendos. When's the next quad box, man? You gotta tell your girl to invite her cousin over again or talk to her. So yeah, 6 weeks for Likey is what they said. I think that's obviously what they're hoping for as well. Bateman season, baby. And one thing too is like I don't get Flowers, but I could target Bateman or I could target Mark Andrews later. Yeah, Mark Andrews, I've been like kind of even on, but dude, like I could see him smash. What the fuck's going on? What's up, Christine? How you doing, man? How's the jerseys leagues going on? Oof, Ricky or Golden here or Diggs. I like all these. So Golden goes. I like Diggs. I like Ricky. We're gonna go Ricky for a little. I think Ricky has a little more like upside to be the number one for the 49ers. I like both though. See, that makes my pick of James Conner feel just better. One of the key things when you're drafting, where I think I got better at the last few years, is just is knowing the pockets of where the best value is. All right, so we're coming up on the clock. Let's see. So our next pick is 104 after this one, where Mark Andrews we could get. I don't know. I'm gonna push him. I'm not gonna reach for it. Um, Mooney's hurt. Higgins, I like as just. I don't mind Jones as well, but I do like RBs later. With this pick, let's do a little Jaden Higgins. We have Nico. We could do a double stack with Stroud later if we want to. Yo, welcome in, Jenny. How you doing? Charlie Kohler is decent. He sounds like he's a blocking tight end. Kohler sounds just like a blocking tight end. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think Connor's solid this year. The Kohler Bear. The hell's a Kohler Bear, Bendos? Andrew's my most rather tight end and BBN 25%. That's fire, man. You got to feel real good about that. Have you ever pulled the trigger on Jordan Watkins? Nah, not yet, man. I mean, they also have Jacob Cowing, who's interesting as well. I probably won't touch either one unless there's like really good reports. Could he be the third or fourth receiver? Yeah. Could he be, Juwan Jennings, where he's just the receiver that comes out of nowhere? Probably not. But I'm not going to hold anything against 49ers receivers because it's like it's like a what's that thing called with the horses just go in circles up and down. It's like that. All right, so what we're hoping here, boys, we're hoping Mark Andrews falls. If he does, I'll be very happy. If not, I don't mind Dobbins pulling up. Quarterback, I think we would be cool on quarterback right now. We do have Purdy for Ricky, but I think I'd rather wait. Darnell Mooney at this price, I don't hate either. I mean, 16 picks past ADP. Pittman too fell. But we're going to go Mark Andrews, baby. Yeah. Let's get the stack. Lamar and Andrews stack has fed people before, made a lot of people money. Might be running that back this year. I mean, we have a lot of receivers also we could do right now. RBs, it's kind of thin. I do wish I would have took maybe one more earlier RB. But where would I have done that? It's just tough because, like, I go Nico here. I go Drake London. You could say Taylor. Chase is just getting pulled up. Dude's gonna be like a mid-second at one point. Besides Lamar, could take RB, but I'm not doing that. Nah, we're good. Brock Purdy here would be interesting as well. I think Brock Purdy is underrated this year. Tight ends. I love all these tight ends. I like the 5 receivers I have. We're going to go Bateman. We're going Bateman, Lamar, Bateman, Andrews. Cheap stack, but very explosive. Bateman could, have a 60-yard touchdown any given week. Also for quarterback, I'll be targeting Sherrod or Michael Penix and be done at quarterback. We're just going to pound the fuck out of these RBs. We're probably going to be doing like a 2. We might fuck around like a 2-7-6-3. Virgins tried to tell me to draft Luther over Higgins. Yeah, I remember when Luther was going like the mid 80s. Obviously, I like the price on Luther a lot more now. But yeah, now Higgins is rising up. Get those shares up, boys. Higgins moving up. He looks good. He's in 2 receiver sets. That offense could just pass the ball a lot more if there's no running game. Hey, I mean, dude, we see a Mecca just like going in like the early 70s. I wouldn't be shocked if Higgins does pass Golden. $39 Watkins. Is Watkins, who went earlier? Watkins or Cowan? Are they both rookies? Is Watkins just the better prospect? I don't hit the shot. People would have said you're crazy for taking Juwan Jennings last year. Bruh, who took Shroud? Oh, Shroud goes there. Oh, he has Kirk. I guess that's okay. This has 3 quarterbacks already. Hurts, Murray, and Purdy. Jesus. I mean, yeah, I think this is an easy Penix with London. I like this team so far. Lamar and Penix, Walker, Connor, Nico, Drake, Olave, Ricky, Higgins, Bateman, and Andrews. Appreciate it, Dirty P. I like this team too. One thing with all the news going on, I feel more comfortable drafting late round RB. I was already taking shots on RBs later, but because we have more information now, we have certain rookies running with the ones, getting good reports. I do think that it's easier to build like kind of like a mid double anchor, and then take these later rookies, take these handcuffs. And that's what you would do with all that. Torn Horn 18 round. Oh yeah, I mean they run the clock. This is an easy 2-in. Ray Davis, I like. We're gonna go 2 in here, third RB. I still think ETN is live to be traded. He's owed $6 million guaranteed. I can see a team like the Cowboys or the Texans calling them. If that was the case, 2-in to the moon. And plus, like the bet on 2-in isn't for him to like start right away. Like I don't think people realize like Devon Achane, he wasn't really repping the ones. He was the third RB a lot of training camp, and then I don't even think he was active week 1. And people were like, "Oh, this dude's a bust. He's done for. Like, what a wasted pick." Next week, 2-in or not 2-in. I'm sorry, Achane drops like 25, 30 points. 2-in's not Achane, but 2-in is a play where week 5, week 6, he could get more touches, more roles. Have a spike week. And then the coach is like, yeah, like this dude is clearly the best running back on the team. Let's try to get this guy touches. in open space and just watch him cook. Oh, okay. So counting what you had the last year. Oh, okay. I got them mixed up. Yeah, I'll probably have Watkins ahead then. Right now, speak of. One of the best feelings is like when you do take quarterback early, especially a rushing quarterback. You don't have to like stress out about getting your stacks later. Like I do through quarterback builds. I like targeting this quarterback pocket, but man, sometimes when you get at this pocket, the rooms are just like crazy, and they're like reaching on quarterbacks unstacked like a whole round. So you end up having like 5, 6 receivers with no quarterback stack. Then you're like trying to backstack it with like Chig and Tyler Lockett, Elite with Cam Ward, or like some Bryce Young, Coker stuff. So I think Eckler's a good picker. I think Tyler Algier makes sense. I'm gonna go Tyler Algier. We have the correlation with Michael Penix. If Bichon ever was to get hurt, Tyler Algier would be a smash. One reason why I didn't take Eckler is if he comes back, I probably will take him, I think. But I do like the reports coming out for Jakery, Krosky, Merritt. He has a strong start. He is one of my clicks I've been mixing in the 18, 17 round. Let's see for receivers. Tight ends. Pitts, yeah, Pitts used to fall. He doesn't fall no more. For receiver, I'm probably not going to touch receiver for a couple more rounds. I think I'm just going to target RBs. Yeah, I think Eckler. We're going to go Eckler. Yeah, Eckler 161. Good chaperone for 2 in. Could spike in the lineup. He's old, but he was very efficient last year. He looked really good. He averaged like less than 1 point per game than Brian Robinson. With Brian Robinson. And when Brian Robinson was hurt, Eckler had like a 2 or 3 week stretch where he was averaging like 16 points per game. I guess so. Whoa, let me see. We have 4 more picks left. Okay, we'll probably take 1 tight end, 2 more RBs, and then the receiver. Probably, but we'll see. You could tell them that I've been through hell and back. If you hear me singing or just rapping, it's because I'm listening to music right now. So I promise you, I'm not that crazy. Yo, what's up, fans? Football Garage, how you doing, baby? Let's go. What's up, stars? Welcome in. You know, got to rep the brand, winning the flex. Yo, what's up, Hartman? Welcome in. Fuck this. Yeah, Crosey, he's interesting, man. I think he could take Brian Robinson's chain, man. I don't think Brian Robinson is like a great RB. I would smoke this guy. Head gonna be on a spike, my boy. Head gonna be on a spike, my boy. Dude, when do you guys think likely now? Thankfully, I didn't have a heavy likely bag. I don't think he's a bad pick here, but We'll go Miles Sanders. We have a little week 17 correlation with Eckler Sanders. Sanders apparently looks like he's the best back in camp right now. I did consider doing likely with Andrews, just have like a fun little correlation bet. No, you can have the ping pong effects. Likely shouldn't have missed too much time. But at the same time, on this team, likely is going to miss like 3-4 months. Only Spike Eckler gets this year? Is that a threat, my boy? Yeah, likely would have been interesting there. There's reports that Jonnu is getting some reps in the running game, which you shouldn't be surprised. It's Arthur Smith. I'm gonna take Jonnu and be done at tight end. I think Jonnu here is a good pick. Even with Eckler, I don't mind taking Crowset this late because the bet could be just like it's Eckler Crowset at some point. Brian Robinson gets hurt. Oh, is my dog barking? Yo, I couldn't even hear my dog like that. Was he yelping? I have him locked in my room right now. Did Zay get hurt too? Sheesh. I know likely got hurt. Did Zay get hurt too? He's probably not gonna get traded, but it is the NFL. Weird things happen. They owe him $6 million guaranteed. You know, obviously there was a report that the organization wasn't too fond of him, but then the coach came out and said that wasn't true. Obviously, if you're a coach, you're not going to say that, hey, we don't like this guy. We don't think he's very good. You're going to talk him up. But at the same time, yeah, he could get traded. You know, weird things happen. I forgot that there's some heavy ETN bag folks in the streets. I'll say this: for people who are drafting ETN, I think you do want to get him traded if it's to like the Texans or the Cowboys. Ooh, Brashard Smith, the smash here. He's mixing it with the ones, 7th RB. Juwan Johnson's hurt too as well. I think we're allowed to take one more receiver. We could do Keenan Allen. Is he going to sign? Who knows at this point? We have Tutu with the Rams. Falcons bet. We could do a Ray McLeod. You know, double stack with Penix. Nah, that was probably my dog that. I have the door closed and he's in my room right now, so I'm gonna have to like take him out. I don't. The bags are heavy. Don't worry, stars. You got Isaiah likely to bail you out. We do Tutu or Ray. You know, let's do a little Ray McLeod action. Mooney, sorry, Mooney, you're out for the season with a shoulder injury. Yeah, I'm not touching ET right now, man. I have my backs back when he was going at the 120, 130 range. Right now, where's he at? Like 94, 95? Yeah, same as Zero. Most of my ETN bags like 120s. And you know what? If he falls to like the 100 something and I need RB, I'll mix him in. There's a chance ETN does end up being the best back in this field. All right, so we drafted a 2772 build. We have Lamar and Michael Penix, Walker, Connor, Tuin, Algier, Eckler, Miles Sanders, Brashard Smith. I like this RB room. I mean, you have the double anchor of Walker and James Conner. Are they volatile? Sure. Are they probably going to miss time? Sure. But I feel like we got enough. We got Algier also mixed with the Michael Penix. But Tuin's probably going to fall. You know, I can see him go to the 140s, 150s. But I do think he will have a chance to, you know, he could end up being just the guy you need for Jacksonville. Eckler, I like this year. Sanders, I think is fine as a 6. And then Brashard Smith is someone that I do think is going to move up probably like round 14, 15 with more reports. Nico, London, Chris Olave, Ricky Pearsall, Higgins, Bateman, McLeod. I mean, come on. This receiver room, I like a lot. See, we were going to do the double Stroud thing, but we got sniped, so we ended up doing the double Atlanta thing. And then Andrews, Jonnu. Andrews won the best pick on the board. We just saw Likely fall like 30 picks. I don't know if that's always going to be the case, but Likely's going to fall a lot. I always thought he was going a little too high. So if he does fall to like the 170s, 180s, where it makes sense for him to go there, I think I'll mix him in even with the injury because I do think he'll be ready. He might miss a few weeks, but I don't think he's out for too long. And then John, your second tight end. So yeah, this team, folks, we crushed it, and we had to warm this up, man, because we have a live stream with JT Bestball and Seth Edwards in less than 30 minutes. So I do think that's gonna be it for the stream. I appreciate the chat, everyone coming and stop by. 89 BBM done. We have 61 left. Yeah, I mean, I like a targeting backfields that we don't know yet. The only difference is that if I'm targeting like the first one, I want him to be good. Unfortunately, Travis Etienne is not a good RB. He's a good pass catcher, but he has a lot of qualities like Rachaad White. And they drafted Tuin for a reason, the 4th. Tank Bigsby smoked Travis Etienne last year. So I just think you're paying a premium price when you could take Rachaad White in the 150s. You could take someone like Austin Eckler in the 160s. Could I be wrong about Etienne? Sure. But I just think that he's way too expensive. And this is a backfield that I'd rather take the cheaper options on, especially for players that I know are good at doing something, like running the ball, or potentially has a mystery box upside where, yeah, Tuin could be a 0. Tuin could be this year's Vidal. He could be the guy that just gives you no production. But at the same time, he could be a league winner. He could be the guy that Liam Cohen wanted to draft. And then once he's on the field, he shows it. Yeah, hey, go support JT Bestwell, guys. He does a great job streaming. He streams like every night. Has been bringing on some really cool guests lately. Yo, what's up, RM Covers? I think Kyle Manunga has a fine click in the 18th. You know, I'll mix him in with a few more good reports. You know, it is crazy because Eckler TTN might be a disservice to Eckler because he was clearly the better running back last year from an efficiency standpoint, running the ball and catching the ball. So maybe you shouldn't do that to Eckler. But honestly, I do think that ETN could have that role where, you know, he is a pass catcher, he is a Rachaad White, he is an Eckler. The offense isn't going to be as good as Washington, and ETN isn't as good as Eckler when it comes to just, you know, a football player. But ETN will be serviceable, and if there are injuries to Tank Bigsby or Tuin, who had a hamstring injury, They're gonna have to force Etienne to be out there. I wish I could put GIFs on this because I 100% put that waiting on Roshan GIF. But I think that's gonna be it, boys. Appreciate you guys stopping in, doing a quick stream, only 40 minutes, but go ahead to JT Best Ball, gonna be live in around 27 minutes. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Until next time.